on eNEWS. How the college's aquaponics program works towards helping the environment, how the hurricane served up some dishes for charity, and we learn more about the endangered wildlife here in Alberta.
Hello and welcome to eNEWS. I'm Eric Mickelson.
And I'm Debbie Knight, and here's our top story. Lethbridge College is looking for new ways to give back to both the economy and the environment. One way it does this is through continued research at its aquaponics center. I had the opportunity to take a closer look at how the aquaponics facility partners with industries in practicing applied research. From grass carp, vermicomposting, and seed production, the aquaponics facilities here at the college are constantly researching new ways to develop within the composting industry. Aquaculture technician Penny Takahashi says that working with the facilities supplied within the center helps to give back to the community on a multitude of levels.
I guess the biggest thing is that when you're recycling water, you're not using pesticides, insecticides. It goes through the greenhouse and back out. There's a benefit between fish and plants.
However, it's not just the environment that the Aquaponics Center supports. Head of Research John Dirksen says that by working with the businesses in the agriculture industry, the Aquaponics Center can help better the efficiency rate of the economy.
Sometimes it's not so much about helping the environment. I guess if it's a business, saving the money or making things more efficient. So I guess that's helping the environment. Anything we do here, from the aquaponics to the recirculation of water and reusing that water, we always have an environmental base to that.
Many systems here in the greenhouse, such as this grass carp production, help with the growth of diverse crops. These crops grow throughout the spring and summer months without the use of harmful chemicals or pesticides. The production of crops is another added element that the Aquaponics Center works toward achieving, as well as plants and fresh water to give back to the community. The Aquaponics Center is based around yearly research on new, environmentally friendly methods of producing new plant and marine crops.
Lethbridge Exhibition Park is home to the 2015 Agriculture Exposition. The annual event brings people from across Western Canada to the community to see cutting-edge changes in the agriculture industry. Cole Smith reports.
That locks it onto the rim.
Vendors like this have come from all over Western Canada to showcase new innovations in the agriculture industry. There are more than hundreds of companies who will exhibit their products and services in this worldwide show. Rural Extension Specialist for the Lethbridge County, Dwayne Rogness, says events like this will help companies get their name out and help give more information out to the public.
And let people know that we are doing some sustainable agriculture programs out there, and maybe they're looking for more information for their farms or ranches or what have you.
This event is expecting up to 20,000 people to come through its doors, coming to see attractions like the North American Seed Fair. The fair will have up to 50 stands in pedigreed seed classes with artwork and prized winners on display. Frost-free nose pumps vendor Jeff Anderson says any city able to host events like this will be great for their community.
It brings in a lot of tourist type business and a lot of exhibitor, money into the local economy, and also Lethbridge is, I think, a little unique compared to some of the other ones because it's so close to the border.
Anderson says with the low Canadian dollar, people from across Canada as well as northern United States are coming to agricultural expos like this one in Lethbridge to take advantage of what vendors have to offer and the latest technology in the agricultural industry. For eNEWS, I'm Cole Smith.
The expo ran Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
In other local news, the city and its police want answers. The investigation is ongoing into a pair of robberies last week. Lethbridge Regional Police are asking for information regarding the crimes. The businesses were hit on the same night but are located in separate parts of the city. The crime spree started with the Westside Gas Plus. A masked man entered the store and demanded money. Following a brief struggle with an employee, the culprit fled the scene. The next robbery was at Neighbor's convenience store on 6th Avenue South just 40 minutes later. The same description of the suspect was given to police. The female employee was threatened and an undisclosed amount of money was taken. Police say they're investigating any possible connections between the robberies, but advise they're not a sign of something larger that the city needs to worry about.
I don't believe so at this time, but you also have to remember we're still very early into the investigation, so to really step out on that ledge at this point is going to be difficult to say. I can say they're connected. They seem to be connected to the same person as far as what the motive and the actual reasoning as why they happened. We're still not there yet.
PS says if you have any information on these incidents, call Crime Stoppers.
Shots Billiards was the place to be last weekend. It hosted a silent auction and pool tournament to benefit the Lethbridge Paw Society, which helps furry felines in need. David Opinko has more.
Charity work has never been so much fun. Some of Lethbridge's best pool players gathered at Shots Billiards to raise funds for the Lethbridge Paw Society. The money raised will help cats like Duchess, a 4-year-old tortoiseshell who was found in a field 2 years ago pregnant. Shots Billiards got involved with the Paw Society when an employee became a cat foster.
One of our employees had a real fondness for the charity and that, and they were looking for a venue to come here, and for the last 12 years or so we've been here to support them, and it's worked out really good for both of us.
The Paw Society doesn't have a permanent home right now, so most of the funds raised will be going to temporary foster homes.
Right now the fundraisers that we're doing are mainly just to look after the cats, the bedding, the care of the cats, food for them, to give to the foster homes.
Some of the players in the tournament have been participating for years. For example, Chuck Connors not only participates, but also donates items to the silent auction.
I went to the pet store and bought some cat beds and stuff in previous years and donated them. And this year we donated a fairly large picture of some horses running in the field.
11 people took part in this year's tournament. All the participants say they love events like this because it allows them to have fun while still helping out a good cause. For eNEWS, I'm David Opinko.
Between the silent auction, 50-50 raffle, entry fee, and individual donations, the event raised almost $2,000 for the Paw Society. Coming up next on eNEWS, we'll show you another way the Canes are giving back to the community, and find out how Lethbridge College supports the campaign against bullying.
At first glance, this looks like an empty field. But before you dig, ask yourself, do you trust that there are no buried facilities hiding under the ground? Are you willing to bet your life on it? Calling Alberta One Call could save your life. They dispatch locators in your area to find the facilities before you do. You can go online or download the app to submit a request right from your phone. It costs nothing to submit a request. It could cost you everything not to. Click before you dig and know what's below.
At Interfaith Food Bank, we provide more than just food.
We provide free cooking classes to teach people the value of eating healthy on a low budget.
Interfaith Food Bank strives to help kids live up to their potential by offering them the chance to make delicious snacks and explore the kitchen. With the help of our wonderful volunteers, the Interfaith Food Bank can assist you in many different ways. Stop in and experience it for yourself at 1103 3rd Avenue North.
Go to the store. Did you lock the doors when you left?
Let the dog
Did
out?
you turn off the stove?
These are the sounds that people with schizophrenia deal with on a daily basis. At the Schizophrenia Society, they are here to help people with this disorder work towards improving their quality of life with programs like music, drama, partnership programs, and family support groups. With your donation today, you have the chance to make these programs free for people who are living with schizophrenia and related disorders. Donate today at schizophrenia.ab.ca or go to 234C 12th Street B North.
Welcome to Campus Horizons. I'm joined by Chef Doug. So what would you say a student needs to go into the culinary program?
Basic set of skills would be multitasking, physical endurance to be able to stand on their feet for long periods of time, communication, being able to work with others, just an all-around social, gregarious personality.
Awesome. And so with that, what does the 2-year culinary diploma entail?
Our first year diploma is geared to those that have no previous cooking experience. So they go through 16 weeks of work in our food court, all based on curriculum, but they learn how to deal with customers like you would in a regular restaurant. Then they go into 8 weeks in a bakery, and then another 8 weeks into meat shop and saucier. Second year of our diploma is the students man the garden court restaurant, and it's a 16-week program as well.
Awesome. And so what kind of jobs can they get afterwards with this diploma?
We find most of our grads come out of the diploma program, entry-level cook positions, line cooks. Some even make it into junior sous chef positions. Generally just line cooking to start, unless they go on to their third year of their apprenticeship to get their journeyman.
Wow, that sounds really neat. And that's all the time we have for Campus Horizons. We'll see you next time.
Lethbridge College joined a national campaign aimed at raising awareness of and snuffing out a troubling social problem. Over the month of February, people across the country focus on bullying and the tools needed to stand up against bullies. The college's Students Association has been a partner with Pink Shirt Day for the past 5 years. Pink Shirt Day took place this week across the country. It was initiated by high school students in Nova Scotia after a grade 9 boy was bullied for wearing a pink shirt to school. His peers took a stand the following day by wearing pink shirts to support him. Here at the college, the LCSA sold pink shirts in the center core. Events coordinator Tana Mercer says that it's important to take a stand against bullying, even at the college level.
I think it's fantastic because people at all ages have probably been bullied, and bullying kind of continues around at the college. So it's a good thing to just bring some people together and maybe make them step back and realize, hey, maybe I shouldn't be saying these things about people.
For more information on battling bullying, visit pinkshirtday.ca.
A local theatre group is celebrating queer art again this year, but this time with a local twist. I had the chance to visit Theatre Outre and check out what was in store for the Pretty, Witty, and Gay Festival.
Good and give me what you promised!
The festival is a staple in the arts and gay community in Lethbridge every year. It's an event that has been growing in popularity from audiences as well. Organizers say queer theatre has a direct way of connecting with the audience in an immediate, one-time experience.
And I think for gay people to be able to have that experience with the actors, that shared experience, that one-time experience, can be quite powerful. And it's a way for communities to connect and become stronger.
It started out as an evening of theater surrounding the topics of sexuality, feminism, and LGBTQ issues in the Lethbridge and surrounding area 12 years ago. Pretty Witty and Gay has evolved to a week-long festival highlighting the diversity and talent the LGBTQ community in Lethbridge has to offer.
You know, I should like to give my boss a big helping of your famous knuckle sandwiches.
Graham Mothersill is one of the actors in this year's festival's presentation of the play How to Leave. The local playwright features issues surrounding the area and local landmarks. Mothersill says it was a dream come true to be a part of local queer theatre after his graduation from theatre school.
It's a really amazing script that covers a lot of ground and offers a lot of different ideas about life as a queer person and also life as not a queer person, as someone who's influenced by religion and economics and location too.
The festival highlights different theatre performances, play readings, social gatherings, and a cabaret on the last night of the week-long event.
It's always lots of fun to put it together. It's a lot of work, but actually probably my favorite part is the final cabaret when everybody comes together. It's like a big celebration. Everyone's drinking and having a good time and just celebrating sexuality.
Any and all local performers are invited to participate in next year's events. And now with a look at what lies ahead weather-wise, here's Colby McKee.
Not the greatest start to the week, as Monday will bring us periods of snow and a high of -1. That snow will continue on Tuesday, dropping the temperature significantly in the region. Wednesday will have some cloudy skies, a bit of scattered flurries, but not too cold as the temperature rises to 1 degree. A mix of sun and cloud on Thursday, and Friday increased cloudiness throughout the city and a daytime high of 0. The weekend's looking great, however, with a mix of sun and cloud both days and temperatures right around that 5-degree mark.
Thanks, Colby. The Lethbridge Hurricanes took time to connect with fans and step out of their element this week, and it's all in support of local charities. eNEWS reporter Rachel Crow Spreading Wings is standing by to show us exactly what took place. Rachel?
The Canes are usually busy playing this time of year. However, they're never too busy to help out with a good cause. And this week, the Canes traded their skates for plates, serving beverages and meals to support the United Way.
Dinner time at Mr. Mike's Steakhouse. Hungry families are looking for food and to make some new memories together. But when it's Tippecane night, memories become so much sweeter. Since 2010, Tippecane night has been part of the many hurricane fundraising events like the Teddy Bear Toss that they take part in to support the community. Defenseman Devin Fafford recently joined the team. This was his first fundraising event and a good opportunity to connect with the city.
Anytime we can give back, it's obviously we get excited about it for sure. Opportunity to raise some money for charity. It's an exciting opportunity. It's a good partnership that we have.
Mike Winther is also a first-timer for the Canes and looks forward to what the night will bring.
It's going to be a lot of good times and laughs, so it should be good.
Tippecane has been a wonderful way for many of the players who are new to the team to get out and meet the community that they play for, as well as inspiring the art of giving to organizations like United Way that is responsible for over 20 different charities within our own city.
The United Way says partnering with the Canes helps raise awareness and the organization's prominence locally.
Part of this community, and we really appreciate that they're coming out to support the community by working with us at United Way. They're a fun team, they're great to have around, and really looking forward to hanging out with them tonight.
The Canes cooked up their goal of $500 in tips for the event. To find out how you can support the United Way, go to lethbridgeunitedway.ca.
And did the Hurricanes reach their goal this year?
They actually did. They reached their goal of $503.75. Demi?
Wow, good job, Hurricanes. Thanks, Rachel.
A local woman has made it her business to help people overcome serious food-related illnesses. Celiac disease and gluten intolerance have been on the rise in Canada. Studies indicate they affect about 6% of the population. Complications can range from breaking down of the small intestine to infertility. Symptoms include pain, memory loss, and various skin conditions. Dylan Reel introduces us to this special person who's making life easier for people afflicted.
This sounds like your usual bakery, but in the mix is something controversial. Burgers, fries, onion rings, pizza, dried fruits, spices, breakfast cereal, and alcohol. All these foods have one thing in common. They all contain gluten. Gluten is the protein found in wheat, barley, rye, and some oats. It holds the dough together and adds flavor to your food. There has been criticism about the rise of manufactured gluten-free foods in grocery stores and eateries.
And health, and one of them is gluten-free. Gluten-free, is it the real deal? Is it BS? What do you think?
It's complete BS. It's a scam.
Scam.
Yeah.
However, for people like Carly McElhaw, there's no choice but gluten-free food. McElhaw is one of the many Canadians diagnosed with celiac disease. Celiac disease is an autoimmune disorder of the small intestine that can occur in people from infancy. It is caused by negative reaction to gluten that damages the small intestine, lowering nutritional absorption and immunity to illness. McKella recalls the experience of finding out about her illness and what it meant for her.
When I was young, I suffered from various amounts of ailments, such as all the gastrointestinal issues, joint inflammation, migraine headaches. The list kind of goes on.
The culprit was gluten, leaving McElhaw no other options usually but salad. Since diagnosed, McElhaw has gone into business as a gluten-free baker to create greater options for her fellow celiac sufferers than what the supermarket has to offer.
There are definitely products out there that are gluten-free, and they do have sugar and they do have preservative. That's kind of what we're steering away from. Being a small family-owned business, everything we make is preservative-free, homemade from scratch. Well, I do understand how people have that stigma attached to it, but in all actuality, if you're using gluten-free products properly, they can be a phenomenal life change for you.
If you experience symptoms of celiac disease such as rashes, irritability, digestive problems, or bloating, it is important to contact a medical professional before diagnosing yourself with celiac disease and going on a gluten-free diet. I'm Dylan Reel, eNEWS Lethbridge.
Local restaurants often use products from gluten-free cravings as their gluten-free options. The bakery is located just over the Highway 3 overpass on Stafford Drive North. Coming up next on eNEWS, why a group of exotic animals embarked on Lethbridge, and we let you know who's headed into the Lethbridge Sports Hall of Fame.
No cat wants to be abandoned or to be left in the streets to starve or freeze. Every living thing deserves a home with love, care, and safety. The Last Chance Cat Ranch is a volunteer-run, not-for-profit, no-kill cat rescue. We're dedicated to finding forever homes for every cat in southern Alberta. Contact us today to learn more about adoption, fostering, and volunteer options. We believe that every cat should be loved and cared for. The Last Chance Cat Ranch. Help make a difference for our furry friends.
Opagossan Early Intervention Society has been dedicated to enriching the hearts of families since 1996. Opagossan is a non-profit organization committed deeply to the future of the Blackfoot culture. Opagossan means all the children in Blackfoot. To support the continuation of this commitment to the children, please call 403-380-2569 or www.opagossan.org.
Crime Stoppers and Lethbridge Regional Police need your help in solving an armed robbery. On November 26th at 3:01 a.m., a perpetrator entered Gas King at 2610 16th Avenue South. He produced a black hunting knife and told the clerk to give him all the money. The suspect is described as a 35 to 40-year-old native male, 6 feet tall and weighing 190 pounds. He was seen being dropped off and picked up in front of the Seventh-day Adventist Church next to Gas King. If you have any information on this or any crime, please contact Crime Stoppers. Crime Stoppers will pay up to $2,000 for information leading to an arrest. Remember, you will not have to attend court or testify, and you will remain anonymous. We want your information, not your name.
Welcome to the Kodiak Report. I'm here with Philip Jamin, a member of the men's basketball team. So Philip, what do you guys need to bring to the table in order to beat the Olds Broncos this weekend?
One thing that we've really been working on lately is our defense, especially our zone defense. So that's one thing that we're going to have to transfer over to the game. Also, it's making sure we get everyone involved, not playing any one-on-one basketball, moving the ball around, and yeah, just getting everyone involved.
What made this team so unstoppable this year?
I really think it was we have good chemistry. A lot of players are returning. A lot of us have played together before, so the chemistry, and then also just the experienced coaching staff and them knowing how to coach us from the previous years. So.
And in comparison to last year, how do you find that your performance was this year?
This year is a little bit different for me compared to redshirting last year. It's a lot more intense playing in games, different than just playing against your own teammates. You have to learn to adjust, and yeah, it's quite a bit different, but it's good. I'm liking it.
That's all the time we have for the Kodiak Report this week. We'll see you next time.
A college sports team will be forever immortalized. The 1966-67 Kodiak's men's basketball team is being inducted into the Lethbridge Sports Hall of Fame. Manager of athletics Todd Coughlin says the team helped to first put college athletics on the map.
No, that's like I say, they're kind of the the lead team to really give Lethbridge College a good college sports scene, if you will, and for them to finally get in, long overdue.
Being inducted this year are Sports Public Address announcer Brian Janot, High School Sports Director Dave Wells, and Taekwondo instructors Darren Gibson and Colin Nonamura.
It played a major role in the development of Lethbridge. What is it? Coal mining employed many people in Lethbridge's early days, but sadly, few people know much about it. Logan Schenk provides us with this week's history lesson.
As the years passed, the sounds of workers in the coal mines died away. The machinery rusted and became nothing more than antiques. Museum educator for the Galt, Belinda Croson, says that coal played a big role in the development of Lethbridge.
From that coal mine, in a sense, Lethbridge would grow. They tried floating coal from Lethbridge to Medicine Hat on riverboats, on steamers, but our river's not very good for navigation. So they actually built a narrow gauge railway between Lethbridge and Dunmore, Lethbridge and Medicine Hat in 1885. And the fun thing, if you ever want to just kind of confuse people, ask them why the high level bridge is black. Because even though people see it and they have some sense of it, they don't really think about the details and the engineering. But the snow has to get off the bridge. And if it wasn't black, it'd be difficult to melt the snow, especially the heavy wet spring snow. And so it is purposely black. The walls are purposely put in to provide support for the train so that the wind doesn't push it and for other reasons. And it is an engineering marvel.
Remembering our history is important in shaping our future. Statues like this miner are here to remind us of the hard work and dedication that was put into building the city that we know and love today. Although you may never have to climb down a mine shaft, you still have to put in hard work and dedication to work for a better tomorrow. Shortly after World War II, oil and gas production increased, causing coal production to drastically decrease. Galt No. 8 was the last mine left in Lethbridge by 1956. It closed the following year. Now, all that remains are the memories, forever remembered as part of our history. For eNEWS, I'm Logan Shank.
Galt No. 8 was operational for 23 years and produced over 3 million metric tons of coal.
It was almost like a scene straight out of the film Jurassic Park. The Canadian Raptor Conservancy and Little Ray's Reptile Zoo teamed up to teach Southern Albertans the importance of caring for local and exotic wildlife. Kirsten Crucial has the story.
Oh, she's super strong. She can hold on.
Southern Alberta may not have massive slithering reptiles, but it is rich in wildlife. However, according to the Alberta government, Fish and Wildlife, at least 20 species are in serious risk of dying out in our province. The Canadian Raptor Conservancy and Little Ray's Reptile Zoo joined forces to enlighten Lethbridge and area residents on how they can help protect the animals we share our land with. Many of the animals featured at this event were not native to the area. However, they did help bring attention to their Canadian relatives. Ryan Duncan has been working for the Canadian Raptor Conservancy for over 5 years. He was showing off Toba, a 14-year-old great horned owl, which is also Alberta's provincial bird.
We're just trying to showcase the importance of the environment and raising education and awareness about their habitats and why we need to protect them.
Duncan says most birds of prey are doing pretty well, but the reptiles of Alberta are in need of help. Most of the turtles in Canada are being wiped out. There's several species of snakes, turtles, and tortoises in Alberta, and most of them, unfortunately, aren't doing too well, which has a lot to do with loss of habitat. Shane McConnell, a member of Little Ray's Reptile Zoo, says events showcasing wildlife are important to educate children and adults about the animals living in their own backyards.
Many of these animals that are here today are actually on the verge of extinction or they're endangered. So our whole job here is to try and make that aware to people, make it aware that many of these animals' habitats are being destroyed at an astronomical rate.
The wildlife professionals continuously urge anyone who is interested to put in a little personal research or visit local zoos and nature centers to learn more about the animals in the area and how to protect them. For eNEWS, I'm Kirsten Crucial.
Staff say the Helen Schuler Nature Center is always a good place to learn about local nature and wildlife. So Demi, have you ever gotten to see an exotic animal up close and personal?
I have, actually. I got to take a picture with and cuddle a tiger in Mallorca, a Spanish island, when I was like 11.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, no, it was good. How about you? Have you seen one?
I got to swim with dolphins when I was younger. I think I was about 13 in Mexico. It's kind of scary to see a mammal that big.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Demi Knight.
And I'm Eric Mickelson. We'll see you again next week.